Hey, if you're in retail or even if you're going to buy something in a store, I've got a story for you. My printer had crapped out. It had a paper jam, but then it just decided it wasn't going to work anymore. So I ran the Epsom helpline, which is a terrible mistake. These guys are based in Sydney. The woman there answered the phone, demanded my name, my phone number, my email address, my date of birth, everything, where I'd bought the printer, was it under warranty, etc., before she even asked me what my problem was. And I had this incredibly frustrating discussion with her because I had tried everything. I'd Googled, I'd looked up every YouTube video, I had done everything, I had pulled the thing out, I had even hair-dried the thing, I'd pushed every button combination, everything. So I told her all of that. And then she proceeded to tell me to do everything that I'd already done. Please, you're not listening. I'm trying to fix this. And eventually she said, I'll send you an email. And the email basically told me to do exactly what I'd already done. You bug it anyway. We can't help you. You're on your own. So this is where my day changed. I rang Warehouse Stationery. James listened to my problem. I didn't have a receipt. I didn't have a date or anything. And eventually, after it must have been about 20 minutes, he found the transaction from a year and a half, almost 2 years ago. And then he said, oh, there's a small problem. I actually hadn't bought the printer at this Warehouse Stationery. I'd in fact bought it at another Warehouse Stationery across town. Now, James could have just hung up and said, sorry, I can't help you, all the very best. But no, James sent me an email with not only a copy of my receipt, but a little line he'd found on the Epsom website that said, hey, maybe this printer is up for an extra bonus warranty. So I trundled across. Now, this is where I met Khaki. He looked at it, looked at my email, and he says, tap, 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 yes. I couldn't believe it. He exchanged my printer. No more questions asked, and I left. Now, I went down and talked to James afterwards just to tell him what a great job he had done and how he changed my day. And in a moment of slight oversharing, I let it slip that the day before, a good mate of mine had passed away under really tragic circumstances, and I was really hurting. So his interaction with me and the fact that he listened to me and he helped me, it made a huge difference. And so when I told James he'd done a great job and he'd effectively changed my life that day, I'm sure I saw some tears. So if you're in retail, just realize that every interaction you have, you've got an opportunity to change people's lives. Now, James and Khaki, I have sent an email to every head honcho I can find at Warehouse Stationery, and I hope you get a well-deserved pat on the back for what you did. And if you are anywhere near Warehouse Stationery in Hamilton or Hillcrest, look out these two guys and tell them they're doing a great job. They changed my life.